Hey everyone, welcome back to Building Better Relationships in Construction. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sabrina. Hey folks, thanks for joining us. Today's episode dives into a tough one. Chapter 15 from Paul Schwinghammer's book, Building Better Relationships, a guide to enhancing the customer experience for home builders, remodelers, and construction managers. Today, our episode is entitled, How to Fire a Subcontractor and Maintain Respect.
Yeah, this is one of those chapters that make people squirm a little. Nobody enjoys firing someone, but Paul frames it in a way that's practical and, honestly, humane. He calls the core principle, fire, then affirm. That combination feels strange at first, but it's powerful.
Right. And before we get into the details, a quick note. Paul's approach isn't about pretending everything's okay or avoiding hard conversations. It's about being clear, professional, and respectful, even when things end. So let's walk through what that looks like in practice.
Okay, step 1, according to the book, is to be crystal clear about the decision. Don't dance around it. If performance or fit is the issue, say that. No theatrics. For example, you might open with, I appreciate the effort you've put into this project, but I've realized we need someone whose work aligns more closely with our standards and schedule. Simple, direct.
And then, this is the part that surprises people. Affirm something genuine about the person. Paul emphasizes authenticity here. Don't fake it. Find a real positive. Punctuality, attitude, communication. Say it out loud. Something like, I want you to know I value the professionalism you've shown. Your punctuality and attitude are definitely strengths. Of course, assuming that is all true. Paul points out that you can usually find at least one or two positive things about any subcontractor, even if the quality of his work is not up to your standards.
When you do that, it lowers tension. It signals the decision is about fit or performance, not character assassination. It keeps the relationship from collapsing into hostility. And Paul points out that can matter down the road for referrals, future hires, or if you cross paths again on a job.
There are a couple of sample lines Paul gives that are useful. One when deadlines and quality slip. I appreciate what you tried to do, but I need someone whose work aligns with our schedules, which I know can be demanding. Another for when the work is subpar. I want to be upfront. The quality of your work isn't meeting the standards we need. I respect that you're a good person, you show up on time, and you communicate well. Unfortunately, I don't think this partnership is the right fit right now.
Those scripts are short, but they do 3 things. State the reason, affirm a positive, and close the relationship while leaving the door open. Paul's central point is that firing with dignity protects your reputation and reduces the chance of escalation. Legal complaints, bad-mouthing, negative social media posts, or other fallout.
Let's pause there, because that's a practical benefit. If you walk into this conversation with calm, documented reasons, and you treat the person respectfully, you're less likely to end up in a dispute. People remember how they were treated, even when they're upset. Your conduct in a firing becomes part of your brand.
Totally. And Paul stresses documentation too. Keep records of performance issues, correspondence, and any attempts to remedy problems. That's not just legal protection, it's also part of being fair. You can't honestly say you didn't try to address things if you've documented conversations and warnings.
Exactly. And authenticity around affirmations matters a lot. Paul warns, don't invent praise. People can smell insincerity. If you can't find a genuine positive, be honest about that too. Focus on the facts, but still be respectful. You can say, this isn't a personal judgment. It's about meeting the standards required on this project.
Another important point, timing and setting. Don't fire someone in public or in an angry email. Do it in person or on a call if in person isn't possible. Give them privacy. Say it calmly. Let them ask questions and don't prolong the decision. Dragging it out only makes things worse.
Yeah. Long, tense meetings where you hem and haw are exhausting for everyone. Be prepared, state your decision, explain briefly why, offer any necessary next steps, and close respectfully. That's it. You don't need to justify every tiny detail in the moment.
Paul also talks about the longer-term payoff of firing well. Each professional interaction like this is a deposit into your relationship bank account, your reputation with subcontractors, clients, and peers. If people hear that you handle tough decisions fairly, they're more likely to recommend you or work with you.
And it sets a cultural tone in your own organization. When your team sees leaders handle hard choices with respect, that instills confidence. Your crew learns that fairness is the rule, not favoritism or personal attacks. That loyalty matters, especially on long-term projects.
Let's address a scenario. What if the subcontractor reacts angrily or threatens legal action? Paul's advice is to remain calm, document everything, and, if necessary, involve legal counsel. But his real emphasis is that because you were fair, honest, and documented your concerns, you'll be in a stronger position, both practically and reputationally.
And, this is worth repeating, never use affirmations manipulatively. You're not softening someone up to get them to resign quietly. The goal is fairness and dignity. If someone's performance truly jeopardizes a job, safety, timelines, quality, you have to act. But do it with integrity.
There's also a recruitment angle here. People talk. If you build a reputation for respectful terminations, you'll attract better subcontractors who want to work with a fair, predictable company. Conversely, if you're known for humiliating or inconsistent behavior, you'll have trouble finding reliable partners.
It's like Paul says, firing is an opportunity to uphold your values. Done right, it reinforces what you stand for: respect, honesty, professionalism. That's leadership.
I like that. One more practical tip. Offer a brief written summary after the conversation. What was decided, the final date of engagement, any outstanding payments, and a thank you for their work. It's clean, it avoids misunderstandings, and it's respectful.
And if there's an opportunity to help them transition, providing a reference for the aspects they were good at or suggesting potential fits elsewhere, that can go a long way. You don't have to do it every time. But when it's appropriate, small gestures help maintain goodwill.
So, to recap, Paul's fire then affirm approach. Be clear about the decision, affirm something real, document the process, stay calm and private in delivery, and think about the long-term reputation and relationship bank account.
Yup. And remember, this isn't about being soft or avoiding accountability. It's about being strategic and humane. You protect your project, your team's morale, and your reputation all at once.
Before we wrap, Sabrina, any last practical pointers for someone who's about to have one of these conversations?
Keep it brief. Plan what you'll say, practice if you need to, stay factual, and offer a written follow-up. And breathe. Speaking slowly and calmly makes a huge difference.
Great. And one final note for listeners. You can purchase your copy of the groundbreaking book, Building Better Relationships, a guide to enhancing the customer experience for home builders, remodelers, and construction managers by author Paul Schwinghammer on Amazon and Barnes & Noble in multiple formats.
Thanks for joining us for episode 15. Next time, we'll unpack another chapter from Paul's book, entitled Managing Anger to Strengthen Relationships. Tactical, honest, and aimed at making our industry better. If you like this episode, share it with a colleague who might need to hear it.
I'm Alex, and until next time, stay professional, stay kind, and take care.
And I'm Sabrina. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.